Cops are responsible for providing safety and protection to the public. However, when they end up doing the opposite, senior cops need to step in to correct their subordinates. Here are different cases where idiot cops were owned by their bosses.
You will give ID or you will go to jail.
You know what Florida law states?
Yes.
Okay, unless I'm going to jail, I don't have to give you ID.
Then I'll take you to jail.
Get your boss. Get your boss.
ID.
This is a YouTuber who goes by the name of My Middle Age Adventures. On the 1st of May, 2023, he was riding his e-bike before getting into a slight accident which resulted in a fiery encounter with a cop from the Escambia County, Florida Sheriff's Department demanding ID, even though the cop was not entitled to do so.
What's that, man?
Sorry, sir. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I didn't see you. I apologize, sir.
The f is that, dude? You came from all the way over there.
I know. I know. My tire did something weird.
No, you did something weird. Not your tire, dude. You came from over there. That lane over there came straight across on top of me, and I hit the back of your car now. So now we need to call the police. Jesus Christ, dude.
During their dispute, an officer eventually shows up but is slightly more aggressive than the suspect hoped for.
Hey, hold up a sec.
I'm not going nowhere. That motherfucker just endangered my life.
Yes, ID on you.
I'm not giving no ID up. I have no reason to.
You will give ID or you will go to jail.
You know what Florida law states?
Yes.
Okay, unless I'm going to jail, I don't have to give you ID.
Then I'll take you to jail.
Get your
Then I'll
boss.
get
Get your
your
boss.
fucking ID.
Get your boss. Get your
I
boss.
ain't getting my boss.
Get your boss, sir. Get your boss. Get your boss, sir. Get your boss. I haven't done nothing illegal. I am not suspected of a crime. I have not committed a crime.
I'm out with a disturbance here at the waterfront thrift store on Fairfield Drive.
I mean, if you'd like to know what happened, I'd be more than happy to tell you what happened. It's all on video.
Well, when you give me ID, I will.
Well, I haven't done nothing illegal. So get your boss.
Let me explain something to you.
Get your boss, sir.
You have a responsibility when you're riding a bicycle.
Get your boss. No, not a bicycle, an automobile. I don't have a driver's license, so I never signed nothing stating I would give that up.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does, sir.
There is a law here in Florida.
The officer keeps insisting on the suspect's ID, but the suspect remains strong and waits for a higher authority to show up.
Go ahead, get your boss, sir. Get your boss. Get your boss, sir. Get your boss, sir. I have not committed a crime. I have not been not suspected of committed a crime. Okay, so no. This gentleman, I will tell you what happened now. Okay, I was in this lane right here, coming down the road right here. The gentleman was in that far lane over there, and he crossed over from that lane there to turn into here. Okay, and then I pulled in here because I hit the back of his vehicle right here. See, I'm trying to tell you what happened, sir.
I'm trying to listen to you.
Okay, then I hit then because every bit of it's on video. He came from that lane over there, cut
So
into
your bicycle made contact with his truck.
because he came from that lane over there into this driveway. Okay, that's why. And then it hit right here. I've done nothing illegal. Okay, I have done nothing illegal. Okay, if you would have came at me differently, sir, I would have made a police report the whole 9 yards and gave you my ID. There would never been a problem, but the way you came up to me is like I've done something wrong.
That's all I did.
No, it's all on video, sir. Everything's on video. And you have it on video. Where's your camera, sir?
I don't have one.
Okay, that's why I have one. Because you don't have one, sir.
But they have one.
Okay, I know you have one, you have one, you have one as well.
Mine's
okay.
on right now.
All right, so like I was explaining, this gentleman came up here very rude, very disrespectful, okay? It's all on camera, sir. It's all on camera, sir.
What's going on?
Okay.
Just tell
I was who's going to be in charge of this?
This right here.
Okay. I'm coming down the this lane right here. Okay. And this gentleman right here was in this far lane over here, and he decided that he was going to turn into this driveway right here from that far lane. I slammed my brakes on. Okay. And because he came from that lane there, I ended up hitting him right here because of that. And of course, I was going to wait till the police to make a report because I didn't want no issues or nothing. But this gentleman here came up to me very irate, very aggressive, for no reason whatsoever, demanding I give him ID when I know I've committed no crime. I know I'm not accused of committing a crime, okay?
But that's like this is property.
But this man right here made it very clear to me I'm going to go to jail if I did not give him my ID, is what this man told me. So we, Mr. Understand, we will be filing a complaint on you, sir.
How do we do a police report without your ID?
No, sir, the way you approached me, sir, was inappropriate.
Sir, I'm not going to argue with you.
It was all on video. Everything's on video. I could talk to one person at a time. I'm not capable. They've already told me this lady here was already in charge. Now is he in charge?
Sir, he's a sergeant.
And after a bunch of conversations, the suspect finally gets the chance to talk to the sergeant.
You're the sergeant.
Real quick.
Okay, well, go ahead, sir. If you're the one going to be in charge, because they told me she was in charge.
What do you want to do? You don't want to do anything about this. Are you good?
No, I want to file a police report that and I want to go through his insurance because now I've got damages to my bike and I've got.
Highway Patrol to come talk.
Okay, sounds good to me, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir. But I will be filing a complaint on that man there.
Yes, sir. We'll get that.
You know what? He straight out told me, if you don't give me your ID, you're going to jail. I told him to do what you gotta do because I'm not giving you my ID. Now, I don't mind giving it because of all this, but when somebody comes to me and starts demanding I do something.
I understand.
So,
well, sir, listen, I'm a totally different deputy, and like I said, I don't have any problems with you.
well, that's why I'm irate. That's why I'm kind of like.
I get that.
Because the way he approached me.
I understand.
It's all on camera.
I understand.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't have any issues
I know
with
why
you.
he approached me like that because he doesn't have a camera on.
Yes, sir.
So that's why he approached me like that. He didn't. As soon when I pulled my camera out, his whole demeanor changed.
Right, well, I can tell you this, even with if I don't have this on, I'm gonna still be a gentleman.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr.
Yeah,
I don't want to say that wrong. Holcomb. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Hey, I
Officer.
appreciate you, man.
Mr. You know, I will admit I'm not a police-friendly person, but
Yeah, I get that.
I did what I.
You're upset. I understand.
I apologize. Only reason I did that is because they already told me that she was in charge, and then somebody else is telling me.
It's
okay, so
it's no
So
problem.
you can do that. You can hang tight here when the Highway Patrol gear. You can tell them what's going on.
Okay, yeah.
And everything's all squad.
thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I do need that officer's badge number. Can somebody please give me that officer's badge number?
I'll take care of that.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. That guy right there. Yeah, I need his card. Does he have a card? Can you write down his information?
We got a supervisor on scene, the sergeant right quick. He'll take care of everything.
Okay.
Sergeant Johnson. And
Okay.
he'll take care of everything. Okay.
It's all on video.
Yes, sir. I understand. I understand.
I know why he acted like that because he doesn't have video on. That's why he acted like that. He thought that he was going to be over on top of somebody. He's not. He's trying to think. Is he leaving? He can't leave yet.
I think he's just pulling out of the way.
Okay, yeah. He's trying to pull weight that he doesn't have. You can't do this, man. That's not use the pool. 20 years ago, you could do that stuff all day long. Let's get out of the way because I don't want this to.
You're good.
No, because I'm actually doing some volunteer.
We're actually pressing on to another call.
Okay, yeah.
And we just came by to
thank you for your respect, man.
No
Thank you,
problem.
man. You guys have a great day.
All right, you too, buddy.
Yeah, we're all good. Just hang tight here.
Sure, yeah. Okay, I do want that officer's card that in that truck right there, or his information written down, please.
You're going to make the complaint. It's going to come right back to me.
Okay.
I already heard what happened.
Well, I've got it on video, is what I'm saying. It was total lack of respect. He literally told me I was going to go to jail if I did not give him ID. Okay. I told him to take me to jail.
You didn't get it?
Huh?
I'll take care of that. You just hang tight for highway patrol and all that good stuff and get what you really need to be taken care of.
Okay, this is a formal complaint we're making against him, correct?
Yeah, you already made it. Already took care of it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. We're right there. Jesus freaking Christ. All right. I got a bent front end. So it's obvious we're gonna have to buy me a new bike now because I got a bent front end. Somebody's gonna buy me a new bike. My wrist hurts. I mean, it's obvious I slammed into your truck. You know what I'm saying? It's an obvious fact that it's all gonna be on camera as well because I'll sit right in the front right there. Yeah, I just need to get some of his insurance information stuff, and my front end's bent on my bike, so I need to get that taken care of now. So, got Yeah. This is normal. This happens to me on a regular basis. People don't see me; they don't pay no attention to me. This happens all the time.
After the encounter, the suspect went on to upload the video on YouTube in hopes of raising awareness regarding the incident and asking others to also file a complaint against the department to make them take the incident more seriously.
Well, that's incorrect, actually, in that respect.
Oh, is it? Is it?
It's
So your
different than
sergeant's
what you
wrong.
explained to my
So your sergeant's
source
wrong?
from what we were going to.
So your sergeant's...
We're not going to get into an argument here.
So we're all set,
Because
all right?
I was just threatened with arrest for not providing identification. It's a violation of Fourth Amendment.
This is Officer Frank Moschella from the Toms River Police Department. On January 4th, 2019, an individual was filming outside the Richard C. Clement Law Enforcement Center in Toms River, New Jersey. While filming the outside of the premises, Officer Moschella inquires about the person recording what he was doing. Watch how the situation is about to escalate.
How's it going?
Good. What are we doing?
Taking some pictures?
We're
Working on a story for the township?
working on a story for the township.
Well, about the township for me.
For you?
Yes.
What are you making, a documentary?
It's a news story.
A news story?
Yeah.
You have ID?
I always have ID.
Okay, can you provide that?
No.
You can do whatever you want, but as far as, I just need to identify who you are.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I do, sir.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
And what law is that?
Well, it came in as a suspicious person. Anytime we
Okay.
investigate as to somebody calling in about suspicious, we need to at least identify who it is we spoke to. You're not in trouble in any way, shape,
Right.
or form.
Okay, then I don't need to give ID.
Well, you do.
What law
because
is
I need
that?
to know who you are.
What law is
If I'm
that?
investigating a crime, it's actually called obstruction if you fail to provide
Wrong.
documentation. No, sir,
Quote,
it's not wrong.
quote that statute.
I already
Quote
told you
obstruction.
what it is.
No,
I'm
apparently you
giving
don't.
it to you. Sir, look, I'm not looking.
I have to commit an unlawful act and prevent you from performing your unlawful duty to be in violation of obstruction.
Currently, right now.
So what's the
investigating-
unlawful act?
Officer Moschella claims that the person filming would be charged with obstruction if he did not provide his identification documents. This claim can only stand as valid if the cop is responded to by the suspect in an unlawful manner, such as through violence, physical struggle or force, etc., upon the cop's good faith request to view their ID. Observe what is about to follow.
Right now, it came in as a suspicious
Okay,
person.
and what statute is suspicious?
It has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it
I'm
does. What's the
investigating
law?
to determine what's going on. So all
I'm taking
asking is to
pictures in
identify
public.
Who you are. You're telling me you're doing something.
Okay.
That's fine, but I need to verify who you are.
No, you don't.
So in the event that something turns into something, I at least can say, all right, I went out and I spoke with this person. You're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
No, you are.
Not really.
You can come out and say, good morning, sir, how you doing? Taking pictures, enjoying your First Amendment right to take pictures in public?
What was the first thing that I said to you today?
What are you doing?
I said, no. I said, how are you, sir?
Okay, how are you?
Did I not say that to
Yeah,
you?
you did.
So you just asked me what did I do, and I already told you what I said.
Okay.
I said, how are you? And I said, what are we doing? And you told me what you're doing. And I said,
that's
that's
it.
fine. And I explained to you why I need documentation from you, just to verify who you are.
Okay, but you
That's
don't need
it.
to verify who I am.
I unfortunately do, yes.
No, I have the right to privacy in public.
You do, to a certain degree.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is within that degree.
Yes.
Yes.
But again, if we're investigating it for suspicious because somebody called it in, it's not like we just.
It doesn't
came
matter if
out
somebody
here
called it
and-
in.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so if you're outside on your property mowing your lawn and somebody says you're suspicious and the police come by, you have to give them your ID?
To verify that you live there, yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes,
It's
you
your
do.
property.
Well, you're entitled to think whatever you want.
I'm entitled
okay?
to follow the law.
Which is okay. And again, if we're investigating this because somebody called it in as a suspicious person, we just need to verify who you are and identify who you are.
And
That's all.
what statute is suspicious? What law am I breaking?
Sir, I'm not. I already went over this with you. I don't need to go.
And you
into
haven't
detail.
justified yourself yet.
I do. And listen, again, if
Okay.
you fail
Well,
to provide your documentation, you can be placed under arrest for
You
obstruction.
think so?
Oh, I know so.
You know so.
So I'm going to ask you again, can you please provide your documentation? Otherwise, you are going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
I do not have
Very, very
identification on me.
simple. Well, so then you lied to me because when I first asked you if you had identification on you, you told me, yes, I do.
Oh, I have fingerprints and retinas.
No, that's incorrect. I asked you, do you have documentation? Do you have identification?
The opposition against identifying oneself is protected by the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Under the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution, individuals are protected against unreasonable searches and seizures by the government. This protection extends to requests for identification by law enforcement officers. Resisting to provide identification could be seen as an exercise of this Fourth Amendment protection, particularly if the request for identification is not supported by reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. Watch how this encounter ends and what happens afterward.
Okay, so who are you then? because we're going to have to verify who you
I'm
are.
not going to answer any
And
questions.
here's the other problem. Now you lied to me, so now I have a concern as to whether you're being truthful and honest with me. Do you understand?
Okay, well, you're
If
not
I
being
find
truthful and
out-
honest with me because you haven't quoted a law yet that I'm required to show you
Sir,
ID.
I already explained to you what I need to do.
Supervisor.
If you fail to, there's actually a supervisor right there.
Okay.
Okay? And I don't need to have a supervisor anyway because I asked you for who you are.
Well, I'm
You
asking
lied
for
to
a
me about
supervisor.
Who you are, and I told
I did
you-
not lie about who I am.
explained to you what happens if you fail to provide documentation. Now, if I find out you're lying to me, now you could be charged with hindering.
Do we have a
which
sergeant?
means giving failed documentation.
No.
You have two sergeants right
Two?
here.
Okay.
What's going on?
So what is your name and what is your information?
I'm not answering any questions. Personal information.
Okay, well then you're going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
And what law is that,
sir?
Sergeant?
He doesn't need to explain it to you.
Well, he
Already
does
told you
actually.
that's what it is.
He actually does.
Frank, just hold on a second.
So let's find out.
Can I just ask you what you're doing here?
Yes, sir. I'm in public taking pictures of a public building,
Okay.
expressing my First Amendment right to freedom of press.
Okay.
I'm here to actually file a complaint.
Okay. You have that right. You have all those rights. You just
Thank you.
mentioned.
Well, he appears to
Okay.
tell me that I don't.
Now, just so you know, there are areas of this building that are posted.
Absolutely.
That are off limits.
Yep, like
All
the
right?
back of that parking lot there. It
So
says
you
restricted area.
obviously
Can't go back
enter
there.
those areas or video those areas.
Absolutely.
Other than that, if you want to walk around with your camera, you can walk around with your camera.
And I don't need to show ID to do that.
You don't have to show ID right now. No, sir. All right, sir?
How's that?
Well, that's incorrect, actually, in that respect.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Is it?
That's
So your
different than
sergeant's
what you
wrong.
explained to my
So your
source
sergeant's wrong?
from what we were going to.
So your
Frank,
sergeant's...
we're not going to get into an argument
For
here.
sure.
So we're all set,
Because
all right?
I was just threatened with arrest for not providing identification. It's a violation of Fourth Amendment.
All right, sir. But now we're clear on what's going on, right?
Is he?
Are we all clear?
Is he clear? Because I'm clear and you're clear.
Everybody here is clear, sir.
Very good, sir.
All right,
Thank
so
you.
Continue what you're doing.
I appreciate your
All
help.
right? You have a good day.
You too.
All right?
Thank you
We're
very
all
much.
clear, guys.
Thank you.
All right?
Have a nice day, officer.
You too, sir. Have a great
Hope you learned something today.
We're all set. You guys are good? Frank, you're good? All right, Jimmy.
By the way, officer, name and badge number, please.
I don't, not right now, sir.
Excuse me. Is it in your policy to identify yourself? You engaged me. Sergeant, it's his policy to identify himself to me?
That's Officer Michelle, badge number 369.
Appreciate it.
Those officers' badge numbers and names?
Oh, they didn't contact me. That's fine.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Walk of shame. Walk of shame.
Officer Moschella received schooling from Sergeant Ruiz following this incident, after the individual who was filming was asked to leave. This specific interaction prompted the Toms River Police Department to launch an internal investigation. However, the outcomes of this investigation remain undisclosed.
You were to get on the airplane. Would you be able to get in without your driver's license?
No, because that's a
Okay.
private company.
Okay.
That's why.
This is Long Island Auditor Sean Paul Reyes, a constitutional activist conducting First Amendment audits. He happened to be at the Nassau County Government Building in Mineola, New York, where he wanted to see the county clerk. Unfortunately, the security officers present weren't cooperative and created unnecessary friction.
See the county clerk.
Okay.
So does
Your driver's license?
I don't have a driver's license.
What is your name?
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin.
Correct.
What's your date of birth, Ben?
Why do you need my date of birth?
What is your date of birth? Do you want to come in this building?
Yeah, I have business to conduct, ma'am. I just don't see why this is not Nazi Germany. I don't see why I would need to
What's your
give
date of birth? And I need your address.
my address and my date of birth.
Yes.
For what, ma'am? I don't understand. Do you have a supervisor I could speak with?
Sir, please put the phone away, please. You're not allowed to video or tape.
I'm sorry?
Please put it away.
Why
I'm
can't
asking you
I
nicely because there's a sign posted outside that you can't do that in here.
why can't I record in here?
Who are you here to see, the county clerk?
I'm here to see the county clerk. I have business to conduct. I have to do a public records request.
Do you have anything on you
I have
that you can show us your name?
no.
So we can let you in.
I don't have anything with my name.
Okay.
I don't have it. I
Hold
want
on.
to.
Please just stay here.
Yeah, no problem. Ridiculous. I'm not turning anything off, ma'am.
You are turning it off.
I'm not turning it off, ma'am. The biggest hypocrites of them all. They're always recording us, but the minute we record them, it's an issue. Can I get your name?
Say it, or
Is that Brodsky?
broad.
Brodsky? See? This is why it's more polite to tell somebody their name. So I can't enter in a public building and conduct services without showing some sort of government ID. That sounds like Nazi Germany to me, not the United States of America. Under whose authority?
It's a county building. It's a policy of the building.
It's a policy of the
Policy
building.
of the county. This building needs ID in order to go in.
Can you show me
That's
the
why you go-
policy? Where is the
Can I-
policy?
I don't have it on me, but that is the policy.
So you're enforcing a
That's why
policy that you can't even
the
show
sign
me.
is on there.
You're enforcing a policy you can't even
If you
show me.
call,
There's a sign, sir. So you can take that too, please.
Where?
Please have picture ID ready to show the public.
This is a taxpayer-funded ID. I'm trying to conduct business. But is that you don't need an ID to vote for the president of the United States, but yet you need an ID to enter in some county building? That doesn't even make any sense.
The auditor faces resistance every step of the way. He is met with uncooperative behavior from the officers, and they fail to understand the auditor's stance, which is protected by the Constitution.
If you were to get on the airplane, would you be able to get in without your driver's license?
No, because that's a
Okay.
private company.
Okay.
That's why.
Hi, so we have a gentleman here, and you can talk to him.
Hi, sir. How are you? I'm here to see the county clerk, and because I don't have ID and I won't show ID, they're denying me public services.
Okay.
And at that point, I feel like my constitutional rights are being violated by the public safety here. This is a public building. Just because it's been a policy for a long time, that means nobody's come here to challenge that policy. And that's what I'm doing here today. That's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm challenging that policy because it's unconstitutional.
Sign is right here. It must show.
It's sir,
Westminster building.
Sir, officer, it's an unconstitutional policy. You and your partner took an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States. Somebody is in violation of that Constitution, and you're not, and all you're doing is allowing it to happen.
If you're not leaving, and they gotta have you on the trespass form, you could be getting arrested for trespass.
Okay, so are you going to give me a trespass? Am I being trespassed in the building?
We got a trespass form. You have to sign. That's it. If you
Okay, great.
come
I'll
inside,
do that. Yep.
right, no problem.
So we'll go ahead and do that route. Big mistake. You guys are opening yourself up to civil litigation here. Big mistake. But I'll take that trespass form.
Okay, no problem.
Hey, how you doing today, Sarge? Yeah, so I wanted to speak with you because I'm being trespassed from this building.
Okay.
I'm trying to conduct business. I'm a journalist. I'm trying to conduct business here by doing a Freedom of Information Act request.
Okay. So they're saying if you show them government ID,
I would be able to.
Clerk?
Correct. That's what they're saying, and what I'm saying is that's unconstitutional. Okay. And I understand we might have difference of opinion, but the reason why I'm here today is to challenge that unconstitutional policy and has authorization.
Is there certain parts of the building you're not allowed to go in?
No, you're not allowed to go into the building at all without a government issued ID.
All right, I'm gonna go speak to them.
All right, thanks, Sergeant. Appreciate it. Hey, sir, I don't think I just got your name and badge number. Hey, sir. Sir.
Check your camera.
Can I get your name and badge number? Check your camera. Is that your name? Check your camera. All right. Thanks, officer. Check your camera. Appreciate it. Officer, check your camera. That's probably why you're not sergeant. Check your camera, right? It's probably why.
With anything you need, you just gotta go through the security thing, and
okay.
You're welcome to go in there.
All right. Thanks, Sergeant.
Come on in.
Appreciate it.
Plus, it's a little warm in here, you know?
You're welcome.
Where's the city clerk? I mean, the county clerk?
They're gonna help you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
How can I help you?
Hi. What was your name?
Joanne.
Joanne. Nice to meet you, Joanne.
Nice to meet you. What can we help you with today?
I just wanted to do a FOIL request.
You're exercising your constitutional rights. I think that's awesome.
Correct. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Sergeant.
Mr. Reyes finally encounters an officer who understands the situation and comes to his aid. The sergeant talks to the officers who are undoubtedly in the wrong and makes sure that Mr. Reyes is allowed inside without any further trouble from the officers. After all, Mr. Reyes was just practicing his constitutionally protected rights. It's unfortunate and certainly humiliating when such irresponsible officers have to be corrected by their superiors over such simple issues concerning the Constitution and law that these very officers swore to protect and uphold.
I assume the mayor's trying to get you in the bed.
Yes, sir.
And you're with the mayor right now.
Yes, sir.
Can you let him pass?
This is the Wichita Mayor, Brandon Whipple. On September 24th, 2022, Brandon was attempting to dump trash at the Wichita neighborhood cleanup when he was approached by a police officer who claimed that the mayor was trying to cut in line. As a response, the mayor decides to call up another officer.
Lynn's still the chief? I got a guy who doesn't know who I am, and he's just screaming at me to turn around, incredibly rude. So I'm going to figure out how to report this. He's still the chief until this week?
Yeah, he's the chief through the week. They overlap. 11 starts on 11 still chief.
All right. So 11 still chief. So how do I file a complaint against one of our officers?
All you have, actually, you can file it directly with them, or you file it with me, and I'll get it with them, and they'll do a review of it, and get it over to my supervisor.
VOGT.
My ID is 2348, sir.
2348. And this guy just went nuts on me because I turned into a parking lot drone. Yeah, he's right now. He's writing down my ID and stuff. He has no idea who I am. Yeah.
I know who you are, Mr. Mayor.
After the mayor reveals his identity, the cop begins to show a lot more respect.
Hello, sir. Officer Vogt with the Wichita Police Department. How are you, sir?
Officer Spotley.
Yes, sir.
I assume the mayor's trying to get you an event.
Yes, sir.
And you're with the mayor right now.
Yes, sir.
Can you let him pass?
No, I'll go to the back of the line.
I cannot, unfortunately.
No, there's a line, and there's no signage or anything. It looks like there's a wreck. I turned into a neighborhood cleanup, and I called you after this guy told me I'm no longer welcome at the neighborhood cleanup, and that now he is going to be the, I guess, the authority on who can do a neighborhood cleanup and drop things off and can't, which is definitely not what we do at City Hall, and that's why you're on the phone right now, Bob. That's the complaint. Not that I need to go in the back of the line, is that this guy tried to kick me out of what we appropriate for neighborhood cleanups based on his attitude and not on any facts.
Got it. All right. Mayor, I've got one.
All right.
May I have the officer's name again?
Officer Vogt.
And can you spell that, please?
Yes, sir. VOGT.
Okay, thank you, officer. Okay. And, Mayor, where's this happening?
This is at the Machinist Hall. There's one of the neighborhood cleanups. I got a bunch of stuff from one of my rentals coming through. I noticed that this guy didn't know who I was. I tried to ask him questions, and then also I just wanted to see how he would talk to citizens, and this is how we're being treated.
All right, thank you, Mayor. I will talk to you.
Thank you.
Can I get your phone number, sir?
You want my number?
Yes, sir. I'll be right back with you.
Can I unload my stuff?
Nope, we don't have any dumpsters to unload it. They're all full. Mr. Mayor? Here's your ID back, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Did you get
Here's your ID back, sir.
A mailer? Oh, I don't know if I got a mailer or not. Why?
Because it's only for a certain residential area.
Right. And I'm in that area.
After the incident, Officer Vogt apologized to the mayor, saying that he did not recognize him earlier, and eventually redirected him towards the line. However, once the body cam footage was released, there was some public backlash claiming that the mayor tried to use his authority for his personal gain, which the mayor denied.
I was doing 55.
And what happened?
You come flying up on
No,
me
when I passed you, I was going 48 miles an hour. But if your car here, that's not a police car, had the radar in it, you would know how fast I was going.
Yes, sir. And I'm able to do speed estimations.
This is Officer Harold Mashburn from North Carolina Police. On August 4th, 2021, an individual named William Barnwell was driving behind Officer Mashburn's car, where Officer Mashburn was allegedly driving slower than the speed limit. Mr. Barnwell then overtook his car on a road in Cherokee County, North Carolina. As he observed Mr. Barnwell overtaking him, he decided to pull him over.
Sir, you can film me all day long. If you're a police officer, you should have a body camera. Because you're not a police officer. It says right there you're a probation officer. I'm not on probation. I've never been in trouble for anything.
In the state of Alabama.
Tell my camera again how you're a police officer.
Will you answer my question? I've answered yours. Now, let me ask you a question. In the state of Alabama, what are your probation officers considered to be?
Officer Mashburn is a probation and parole officer. For those who don't know, a probation and parole officer in North Carolina is a law enforcement professional responsible for supervising individuals who have been placed on probation or parole by the court system. Their duties typically include monitoring the behavior and compliance of individuals under their supervision, conducting home visits, drug testing, and providing resources and support to help individuals successfully reintegrate into society while adhering to the conditions of their probation or parole. Watch how the encounter unravels.
I have no idea. We're not in Alabama.
Okay. Do you live in Alabama? Because your tag says you're in
I guess when a police officer gets here, we'll determine a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, okay.
How often do you pull someone over?
How often? I pull people over.
How often do you drive in the left lane for 5 miles going 48 miles an hour?
I wasn't doing 48 miles an hour, sir.
So how fast were you going?
I was doing 55.
And what happened?
You come flying up on
No, when I passed you, I was going 48 miles an hour. But if your car here that's not a police car had the radar in it, you would know how fast I was going.
Yes, sir. And I'm able to do speed estimations.
I'm sure you will be. I guess when your real police officer gets here, I'm sure I'm going to get some tickets.
All right. Well, you just stay tight. Just hang tight, okay?
What's your name? Would you like to identify yourself?
Have you going to give me your driver's license?
You're not a police officer.
Okay, then you just sit tight.
So you're refusing to identify. You're refusing to identify yourself.
Just sit tight. Sir.
You're refusing to identify yourself, even though you pulled me over.
Sit tight.
Officer Mashburn appeared to lack the authority to detain Mr. Barnwell. Nonetheless, the delay in the stop was due to Officer Mashburn awaiting the arrival of another police officer at the scene.
No, this guy knows he's messed up, but his buddy here will bail him out with a whole bunch of tickets. Am I being detained? Am I being detained, sir? Because I've got to go home. Are you detaining me? Are you detaining me? Am I being detained? Hey, I'm going to step out. Because you're... Am I being detained because I need to be on my way? Is this a lawful stop? Am I being detained? Are you detaining me? Are you detaining me? Is that hard to understand? Because you know this is not legal. This is not legal. And you know this. Will you answer my question? Am I being detained? Am I being detained? No, you're not trying to. Am I being detained? Because you know the law on that. Am I being detained? Hey, I'm going to leave now because you won't tell me if I'm being detained or not.
Well, evidently you are being detained.
Am I being detained? Say it. Say it. Sir, am I being detained? Will you say those words? You can either... Am I free to leave? Am I free to leave? So I am being detained. Why don't you answer that? You're not talking to anybody now. How long can you keep me on the side of the road as a prisoner? Am I free to leave right now? Am I being detained? Why don't you say that? Am I being detained? What am I being detained for?
Well, if you paid attention to me and listened to me a few minutes ago, I was trying to explain all this to you, sir, but you did not rush to listen to me. You wanted to talk over me.
Am I being detained? How long does a Terry stop last? Yes, I need to go home because we're on vacation. Am I free to leave? Am I being detained? Why won't you say those words? You know, you're well versed in the law. You are a law officer. You told me that. Am I being detained? It's a yes or no question.
I told you you're not free to leave yet.
So am I being detained?
I just answered that.
Why can't you say that? You're mincing words.
Sir, do me a favor and have a seat.
I will. Am I being detained? I'll get back in my car. Am I being detained? What's so hard to answer?
You're giving her a headache.
That's fine. That's fine. You're just, why can't you answer my, you know you're in the wrong. You know you're in the wrong. That's why you're sitting there with that fake smirk.
Just sit tight.
I want to go home.
Well,
how long is a Terry stop last?
I'm not going to allow you to take and endanger other people's lives on the road.
Am I free to go? Am I being detained? Those are yes or no questions. For how long? I'm gonna go home now. I'm going home now. Am I free to go? Am I being detained? So now he's gonna get my tag number. How long does a Terry stop last, sir?
I'm not doing a Terry stop.
So what am I being detained for? Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
Aggressive driving is what you've done, sir.
Am I being detained? Are you making a citizen's arrest?
Sit tight, Moses. I'm not making no citizen's arrest.
Sir, you know you pulled me over 15 minutes now. How long is a Terry stop? Can you call your supervisor? Call your supervisor, please, right now. Thank you. I don't see you making a move to call your supervisor. So you can't call on the radio your supervisor? Sir, I may leave here with a couple of tickets, but you're gonna leave with a bunch. Hey, you see that? If you're out here patrolling the highways.
Yeah, I got one person at a time that I can deal with, sir.
How fast was that car? You're an expert on speed. How fast was that car going?
What'd you tell me?
I don't have radar. I can't judge speed. Sir, I'm asking you again. Will you call your supervisor? I should leave now. It's over 10 minutes. On this recording. I'm so nervous. I'm shaking so bad right now.
Hey, sir.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Hey, look, I don't really fully understand what we're doing right here. Okay, so he just felt like you were aggressively coming up on him. He's a probation officer. Okay, so I'm not gonna write you for anything. I'm not doing anything like that. Okay, you got your insurance here.
I'm wound up, and you're unwinding me. I appreciate that.
Okay, so where you headed to? You headed back home?
Home to Alabama.
Okay, all right. So look, one of those things. Okay, you may come up on him a little quick. He may have, it's one of them things. Okay, so as long as, like I said,
I'm good. I'm good now. I'm calm my way down.
I don't have anything to write you for. I don't have anything like that. I'm not going to do anything. Even if I'm not. It's not my fault. He just feels, he just felt like you come up on him a little hard. You might have been a little aggressive. So if that is the case, let's just back it down a little bit. You're nearly to Georgia anyway. So,
that's why I say I can I appreciate it.
So, all right. What do you do for a living?
We own a restaurant.
Restaurant, I got you. Okay. All right, sir. Well, I'm gonna let you carry on the way. Okay.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
I apologize to him. He'll walk up here.
No, I'm sorry you had to come out here and deal with this stupidity.
He's wound up. I was wound up.
Yeah.
When he pulled up, he got up in my thing, and I'm like, I don't know if this guy's a police officer.
Okay. All right. Understandable.
All right. Thank you.
Be careful now.
Oh, look at him, hands on his hips. He's mad that he couldn't get nothing.
The officer who arrived let Mr. Barnwell leave without any complications. This incident led to an internal investigation. However, the proceedings of the investigation remain unknown.
Earlier when I spoke to you and I asked you to move back and you refused, did or did I not tell you that it was okay to film us? And I encouraged you to keep filming us.
I didn't say you didn't.
Okay,
Nobody has a problem with you filming.
Obviously,
y'all guys are like right up in my face right now.
This is Deputy Tully, who at New Braunfels put a man under interrogation for filming on public property and made a complete mess out of the whole situation. The man repeatedly asked to speak with the supervisor, but the officers weren't ready to cooperate.
Sergeant's here, he said he'd be over here talking Okay.
What's up?
Our sergeant. Okay. He's gonna be over here talking to you in just a little bit. He's here. He's actually.
All right. You got a business card or anything?
A business card?
Yeah.
Not on me. I can get you one out of my car in a little bit.
All right. Cool.
You need my name, badge number. What do you need?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna need, but I can't hear over the highway noise.
Okay, so you need all of our badge numbers, or
just yours? And I guess if the supervisor needs to speak with me, I'll talk to him.
Oh, he doesn't need to speak to you. I thought you wanted to speak to him.
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
I mean, if you don't need to speak to him, then I'll tell him not to waste his time.
No, he's already here, so I'm not gonna waste his time. He already over here, so I'll talk to him briefly.
Okay. And like I said, he'll be more than happy to give you anybody's name or badge number that's here.
Okay.
And if you need business cards or anything like that, you give us a little bit. We'll be able to get you some business cards too if you'd like.
No, just yours. That's it.
Okay. I can get you one.
Okay.
All right. Hang tight for me. Do you have your information? Your driver's license?
What's that?
Do you have your driver's license or name, date, birth?
For what?
Because now you're a witness to this crime that we're doing.
What crime is that?
The crime that we got these people in the back of these cars for.
I don't know what crime they committed.
You don't have to know.
But how do I know what they did, though? I don't know what they did.
Okay, they broke the law. They're in possession of narcotics. That's why they're in the back of our cars.
Okay, now you're telling me that. Okay.
Yeah. So, do you have your name and date of birth?
No.
Or a driver's license?
No.
So you're going to refuse to be listed as a witness since you sat here and videotaped the entire scene?
If you need a copy of the video, I can give you a copy of the video.
Well, yeah, but we're also going to need to identify you in our report that you were here videoing, so when we come to get a copy of that video, we can get that.
Deputy Tully is persistent on getting to know the identity of the man, which of course the man refuses because he believes it's his constitutionally protected right to refuse showing ID when he's doing nothing wrong. The deputy even volunteers what's going on at the scene and lets the man know that this is a case involving narcotics, information that the man has showed no interest in nor asked for.
All right, let me talk to your supervisor.
He said that he won't want to give us his name and date of birth until he talks to our supervisor. So.
And you're probably going to end up going to jail because right now you're witnessing a crime.
Well, I asked to talk to a supervisor. He's here, so why can't I speak with him?
Because you're refusing to give your information, you'll be going to jail for failure to identify as you're a witness to a crime.
So I need to give you my ID to speak to your supervisor? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Okay, I need to speak to your supervisor.
Why do you need to speak to the supervisor?
Because I requested to speak to him.
What warrants that?
Because I requested to speak to him and he's here.
Okay. So what's your point?
He's here, I need to speak with him.
You've got no part of the scene, right? But you want to speak to our supervisor.
You can speak to him.
Okay.
Yeah, but you'll be in handcuffs and it'll be at the jail. Is that what you want to do?
I need to speak to your supervisor.
Is that what you want to do?
I need to speak to your supervisor.
Why don't you understand it? You put yourself in this situation right here. You see that? You're on private property right now.
Or public?
You're on private property right now.
Okay, what does that do with anything?
Do you have permission to be here?
Did the owner trespass me?
Well, this guy...
He doesn't want you here.
This guy actually did call and tell us he wanted you to leave.
That guy right there?
Yeah. So...
What's his name?
So what's your point?
What's the guy's name that don't want me here?
So do you want to identify yourself so we can list you as a witness to this crime, or...?
I'm just asking a simple question. The guy that you just talked to, he doesn't want me here.
Yes.
So is he trespassing?
Would you like for me to go ask him to tell you to leave himself?
Do you already have that notice?
Yes, he told us when he came over here and gave me his business.
Then why do you have to go ask him then?
If you would like for him to tell you himself.
He can tell me whatever he needs to do. If he needs to tell me to leave, I'll leave. Simple as that. He needs to give me a warning before you can trespass me.
Well, now until you identify yourself, now you're forced to not leave.
All right, I need to speak to your supervisor.
Okay.
Deputy Tully and the other officer try to devise excuses to make the journalist give up his ID instead of bringing in their sergeant. Fortunately, the journalist is sharp and won't just hand his ID over. He handled the situation well and consistently asked to talk to their supervisor.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you mind if I go on your property and talk to him, or...
He's on his property.
Can hang out here?
He can hang out.
Oh, no,
you can hang out. He can hang out.
No, I was asking if we can go over there because of the road noise. I'm not able to hear you.
Oh, well, we're leaving here in a minute anyway.
Okay.
So what's up?
All right. So before I leave here, I just need to get his badge number and his or his business card, whatever the case may be.
It's Deputy Camercelli. 315 is my badge number.
Okay. All right. So my only problem is I was just here. Y'all can step over here. I don't want y'all to get hit. So I can get you a business card.
Yeah.
But this is what I do. I film what public officials do on public property. I'm a journalist. I gather content for stories.
That's cool.
But this officer here was telling me that I had to move back over there. I couldn't stand over there. And I was asking him why. He told me that I wasn't allowed to film inside the vehicle here. But
I mean, that's their privacy too. We got to get their consent to go in, so it makes it any different for you.
Well, that's to go in.
Yeah.
But I'm not going in. I'm just observing.
That's kind of like equivalent to this is his property, but I can't film it because it's on his property. You know, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, and it's not against the law.
Okay.
So he needs to get educated on that because that's clearly not the case. Okay. Now, am I currently being detained here, or am I free to go?
You're free to go, man. I'm here. I came all the way from Canyon Lake to talk to you.
identify him now. Okay.
Finally, the sergeant arrived and listened to the journalist who had been trying to explain to the officers that he'd done nothing wrong.
You need to identify me?
Yes, sir, I do.
For?
Because you're a witness to a crime and you sat here and recorded the whole crime.
I don't know what crime was committed.
I told you.
You told me, but I didn't know. I didn't know
Two
beforehand.
individuals are under arrest for possession of narcotics.
I didn't see.
And then you said that you still wouldn't identify yourself until you spoke to our sergeant. Now you spoke to the sergeant, so I need to get your name and date of birth. So
I can give you a copy of the vehicle. I can give you a copy of the video.
I don't need a copy of the vehicle.
I can give you a business
card.
card.
I need your identifying information so I can list you in the report as a witness.
Yeah. You're a witness.
Because right now you're failing to ID as a witness to a crime.
What crime?
Hey, what's your first name, man? I know what. What's your first name, sir?
I'll give you my first name. It's Philip.
Philip.
Yes, I'll give you that.
Best case scenario. That female and that male says that we did something against the law. 8 cops against one person, right? So you know who I would want? I would want the guy who's not even involved in this to be my witness. That's how it works.
Like I said, this is what I do.
No, that's how it works. That's what we're trying to explain to you.
So they need me as a witness?
You're part of any type of information that anybody that comes in. We're gonna have to ID him because he's in our cameras now. Yeah, everybody. That's how it works nowadays.
See, and I already got his business card. He already identified himself.
So he gave his name and date of birth and all that stuff?
Yes, I've got it all right
I said
here.
I can go get a business card too. I said that.
Well, that's fine, but here's the thing. You can't leave until we identify you. He walked up and had it ready. So you can give us your name and date of birth, and then you can walk off all you want. But the thing is we got to identify everybody now that's a witness to this. He came up. He's in the video of our camera, so now he's identified as a witness.
So is he going to be subpoenaed? He's going to be sent to court?
He can be, yeah.
He can be, just like you can be.
Okay.
So it's up to the attorneys if they want to subpoena anybody. But you got to understand that all these cars have cameras on them, and they see you standing here, and they're going to be like, well, who's this guy? Did he have anything to do with the scene? Well, why didn't you identify him? So that's what I'm trying to get at.
Why would you randomly walk up to this and then fail to identify yourself?
I already told your supervisor what I do. I'm a journalist.
I really don't care what you do. It doesn't matter.
So, you have a question?
No, I'm just waiting on this business card and I'm out of here. That's it.
I gave you my name and badge number.
I asked for a business card. You said you were
I told you I don't have it.
We don't have it. We all don't have any, man.
Okay, what's your name and badge number?
My name is Cameron Shelley. My badge number is 315.
Okay, thank you. All right, now, like I said, I already told you, I'm a journalist. I gather content for stories. That's it.
Yeah, we had no problem with that, man. We just don't like the space. Everybody, CNN could come down here and plop it. We wouldn't tell them to leave. There's no difference just because you have a smaller camera. I don't care.
Right.
Just be careful where you go, okay? That's all we're trying to get at.
That's fine.
I have no problem you videotaping. There's no issue. We don't do anything wrong.
And that's what I told you earlier. I didn't have a problem with you videotaping.
Now, Sergeant, am I free to go or am I being detained?
Not until you give your name and date of birth.
Hey, Pete.
Are you going to give your name and date of birth or not?
I'm talking to your sergeant right now.
He's not talking to you. He's on the phone.
I'm not talking to you either. I'm talking to your sergeant.
It doesn't matter. Guess what? We both have the same job.
The officers continued to be rude to the journalist and only make the situation worse by their behavior. By simply adopting a better tone, the officers would have been able to smooth this situation out much quicker.
He's a higher rank than you.
One way or another.
He's a higher rank than you. That's who I speak. This is who I asked to speak with. He's here, so that's who I'm speaking with.
That's great.
Okay.
I made contact with you before he did.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not sure you're really versed in the law good enough in the fact that you're failing to ID. You will ID or you will not leave here.
I'm talking to your supervisor right now.
What did you say your first name was again?
What?
What did you say your first name was again? You told him. I just forgot it. Because I would like to address you by first name.
You can address me by sir,
okay,
Mr., whatever the case may be.
So earlier when I spoke to you and I asked you to move back and you refused, did I not tell you that it was okay to film us? And I encouraged you to keep filming us.
I didn't say you didn't.
Okay, nobody has a problem with you filming.
Obviously, y'all guys are like right up in my face right now.
Because you injected yourself into this crime.
If I were up in your face, then you would know.
You need anything from him? You good?
I'm good.
Do you want to make the move? Okay. You trying to identify for us?
Yeah. All right. Let's go here. I like argument. You're not doing anything wrong, but here's the deal. They got a point there. Your worst case scenario is that your camera would be a part of evidence, but we're not going to go there because I have a camera. I have plenty of cameras going, so I don't need your camera. Now, if something were to happen to where, man, we get into a shooting or something or a fight and somebody gets hurt, then you know what? I'm taking your camera because that's so you got to be careful with that in the future. Okay, when you're doing this, because
on that one, I'll tell you, there was a shooting on 6th Street that happened not too long ago, and I helped aided them catching the shooter.
And I have no problem with that. No. But that's what's called evidence. It's not that I want your camera because I want you to stop doing this. It's just that, man, you would be surprised how many angles we need nowadays.
I understand that.
You know, so here's and that's the point that they're trying to get is now that you're involved in here and you got to see from the beginning to the end because these guys are up to no good.
Technically, I didn't come up here at the very beginning. I came here when they were sat on the curb right there, and they were being handcuffed. I didn't see anything come out the car. All I know is I saw a drug go around the car. A dog go around the car, and that was it. The next thing I know, I see them put things in brown bags, and that's it. I don't know what happened until that officer came over and told me they're being arrested for narcotics. I was like, oh, okay. But I mean, you can't. As a witness, you can't feed me that type of information. So then I wouldn't be a credible witness.
So you didn't see anything?
I did.
I'm asking you about if you saw anything.
No, I didn't. All I said was I saw they put stuff in brown bags, though, but I didn't see any narcotics. See what I'm saying? He told me there was narcotics in there.
Are you local?
Am I local? Yeah, I'm from out of town.
From out of town?
I'll give you that much. I'll give you my first name, which is Philip, and I'm from out of town.
If you give me a phone number, your first name and your phone number, and if I ever need it, my supervisor just told me you need to find Philip because we believe that. No, that's just a wild error, you know. So, but that's okay. So if you're telling me you didn't see anything, then I can't grab a statement from you. But that's where the guys are trying to get to.
I understand that.
But that's why you gotta be careful what you get involved in. You know what I mean?
I'm totally fine with that.
There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. You just gotta be careful, of course, of property lines, and then where we consider a safe zone because we don't know. We got one guy with two people, and we don't know who we're dealing with, and then there's no reason we should be looking behind us to see who's up to what. We don't know.
Yeah, I totally get that. That's why I sat there and I told him, and he came over. I said, I'm not going to move from here, and that's it. I mean, you guys got it was like 5 sheriff's officers up here, so I wasn't talking to anybody. I wasn't yelling at anyone. Sat there silently filming, did nothing. But I mean, I already got his information. I told you that I would get you a business card. My car's back that way, so I just need to go down there and go back to my car and get your business card, and I'm out of there. And if you need the video,
I might have a business card. I might have to dig one out.
Okay.
I don't think I need your video, man. I'll be honest with you. I got plenty of video rolling, but I'm just telling you, worst case scenario, if something were major, yeah, we would need as much as we could.
Okay.
I mean, so just be careful with when you get into whatever you're doing. I know this is not the first time; it's going to be the last time.
Oh no, I deal with this type of interaction all the time. This is not the type of interaction I would like to.
You're not being detained. You're the only reason these guys.
I know that they want to get my information, but I'm telling you I didn't see anything, and I'm not going to lie and say I saw something that I didn't see. That's just point blank and period. I told you what I saw. I saw them put a case in a brown bag and some clothes in a brown bag. That's it. I didn't see any narcotics.
So you said Seth? Philip?
First name is Philip.
Man, it's been one of those days, man. Mm-hmm. So yeah, what's a good contact info for you?
I got a business card in the car, and I can give you that. Is that your SUV up there?
I'm in the way back. Okay. Where you at?
You see that car down there on the side of the road? That's where I'm at. Yeah, man, this is what I do, man. This is what I do.
All right.
I'll get your business card there right there in the front
just
seat.
Wait a few minutes. Just make sure you don't get run over or anything, man. And I'll stop by. And,
okay.
And you can just walk across when I pull off this road.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thank you.
All right, man. Be careful.
The sergeant handled the situation superbly, correcting his junior officers for good. He explained how things were at the scene and was understanding towards the journalist, which led him to reveal his identity and even agree to give over his business card. The sergeant confirmed that the journalist didn't see anything eventful and let him be on his way. This is exactly how the situation should have been resolved in the first place.
Can I get a driver's license from you guys?
Am I driving?
This is Abad Gonzalez. On the 30th of January, 2020, he was recording a video at the First Samoan Congregational Church of Westminster as part of his YouTube channel when a bunch of civilians called the cops on him for no exact reason. Here's what happened next.
Come and do it, fool! Come and do it, man!
There you go, Westminster Police Department.
Good, thank you.
Did you hear what he said?
Did you guys call? Did you? I think the DMV called. Okay. Can I get a driver's license from you guys?
Am I driving?
Okay, so what is it that you guys are doing?
That's none of your business. Are you gonna sodomize me or something that you put in all your gloves?
Let's go.
Right from the start, Abad is able to deflect everything that the two cops are throwing at him.
That's what I thought. Walk away.
Walk away.
Yeah.
Be a tyrant.
Yeah. You ain't got nothing. You got nothing, huh? That's called a walk of shame, daughter.
Walk of shame.
Walk of shame.
Bye, mama.
You see, that's called a walk of shame.
What?
You guys are about to do the walk of shame. No, we're right here.
Yeah, we're still here.
We're right here.
They're not right.
You're doing the stand of shame right now. You're doing the stand of shame. Oh my God. You didn't even know what we're doing and you're tripping here. Hey, they want to get us on something, dude.
Is that them?
Yeah, that's them.
And then after a couple of minutes, the cops return again.
That wasn't supposed to be Monica.
So this is Westminster. She got her gloves again. That popo.
It's a tyrant right here.
Go around.
So you're closing the street for nothing?
This is the worst tyrant I've seen in the city.
Okay.
What a disgrace to the department.
So anyways, can I help you, man? Are you gonna do a cavity check on me or something? All right, this is Westminster Police Department. You're live, so think twice what you're gonna do.
What'd you say?
We're live right now.
So what did you say?
Think twice if you're gonna do something dumb, because you'll be liable for anything you do against my person.
Are you challenging me?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. There'll be a litigation if you do something that you're not supposed to, which means a lawsuit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, oh, you're welcome. My pleasure.
421 information.
So this is Westminster Police Department.
421 advising that we should think twice before making any kind of action because there will be litigations.
Yeah. There will be legal repercussions against your department.
Okay.
Yes.
Luckily for Abad, the sergeant shows up at the scene.
My sergeant's here, so he'll talk to you.
Are we being detained?
No.
Oh, thank you.
421.
Oh, let's get the other unit. Well, let's wait for his sergeant.
Okay.
We're free to go, we're free to stay. We don't want to make people think that we're running away. So what's crack-a-lacking?
What's going on, guys?
I don't know, you tell me.
Why do we keep getting called out here on you guys? No.
People fear to cameras, I guess.
Doesn't seem like you guys are doing anything wrong to me. You got a right to do what you're doing, so...
Thank you.
After just a brief interaction, the sergeant sides with Abad and his friend and dismisses the other two cops.
Why do we keep getting called out here on you? That's the issue.
Well, ask the people. I mean, we're just filming, you know. We're a film crew and... I don't know.
What are you guys filming for? Do you mind me?
Probably because I'm brown. They scared because I'm brown. Never know. So.
That question or topic never came up, but...
Well, you never know. In this day and age, with the 911.
Okay. What's up with the vest?
Oh, you know, in this day and age, too. So.
Who do you guys work for?
Myself. Who do you work for?
What's that?
Myself. Who do you work for?
It's pretty obvious who I work for.
Oh, pretty obvious who you work for? That's who you work for?
Mm-hmm.
It's the people you work for. For me, you work for me.
So, here's the deal.
There is no deal, but go ahead.
You guys can do whatever you want.
Thank you.
As long as you don't create a disturbance.
We're not creating a disturbance.
If we have to keep getting called out here...
It's not going to be for us, so don't even say that.
There's not going to be what?
It's not going to be for us, so don't even say that. Oh,
well, you
we're
can't
going to
say
get
that
in
because
trouble.
we've already been called out here several times.
Well, it's okay. That's on them.
That's not enough.
You should charge them for misuse of 911, not me.
It's actually not. It doesn't fit the elements of a crime at all.
I guess so. Well, this doesn't fit the elements of a crime as well. So.
Listen, you guys have the right to do everything that you're doing right now.
Yeah.
All I'm asking is a favor.
Yes.
Okay?
Go ahead.
You do me a favor, and I'll do you a favor.
Maybe. Yeah. Go ahead.
Deal?
Go ahead.
If you're going to go inside the DMV or if you're going to go around filming, whatever it is that you're going to do, Just try to be as inconspicuous as you can. You
Well,
guys aren't breaking the law.
I'm not concealing myself, so.
I'm not asking you to conceal yourself.
No, I'm not saying. I know you're not
And if
asking.
we
I'm
do
saying.
it kind of like as if we're hiding, they're gonna think that we're trying to spy on them and we're trying to do something.
Nothing against
what's
the
so
law
different?
with recording in a public
Exactly.
place.
So
Yeah.
why do we have to be kind of like on the low, so people won't get triggered? We can't stop how they feel or what they do. You should know that. I mean, the same thing you see us doing right now, that's all we're doing. We ain't talking to nobody. We're not asking questions.
People are approaching us. They're actually disturbing my
so
peace.
They're the ones doing it. So why would we get in trouble if they keep on calling you guys?
Okay.
Doesn't that make sense?
You guys are missing the point, okay? I have no problem with you guys doing what you're doing. All I'm asking is, unless you have business inside the DMV,
I had a business.
can't stop you from going in there.
Yeah.
I'm just asking you to eliminate the phone calls from them to us.
I can stop them.
So we don't have to keep bothering you guys.
I mean, I can stop them. I mean, people's fears, they'll call you. I mean, that's...
Okay, we're not getting anywhere here. What's you guys' plan when we leave here?
I don't know, maybe stay 5 more minutes and then leave. After you guys leave.
You guys got any questions for us?
No, sir, thank you.
All right, you're good to go.
All right, I'm good to stay too. Thank you. Come back soon, though. Appreciate your business.
Abad then continued to make more videos, and no formal complaints were filed.
I got a call that you're looking through people's cars and
you're about to get a lawsuit.
You fit the description.
You have no
Red t-shirt,
legal
white
right.
shorts.
You have no legal right
Call that you're looking through people's
to put your
cars.
hands on me.
Sure.
This is Officer Sadati from the Cleveland Clinic Police Department. On June 24th, 2023, a guy named Keith Gostin was working out in the parking lot of the Cleveland Clinic Police Department, Ohio, when Officer Sadati confronted him. Officer Sadati claims that an individual matching the description of Mr. Gostin was peeking into the vehicles parked in the parking lot. Watch what Officer Sadati does and how the encounter unfolds.
You're about to get a lawsuit.
I got a call that you're looking through people's cars and
You're
you fit
about
the
to get a
description.
lawsuit.
You fit the description.
You have no
Red t-shirt,
legal
white
right.
shorts.
You have no legal
I got a
right
call that you're looking through
to
people's
put
cars.
your hands on me.
Sir.
This
Sir.
is an assault.
Sir.
What's your name and badge number?
Sir, can you please turn around?
What's your name and badge number?
Officer Sidoti, 190.
You're about to get
What's
a
your
lawsuit.
name, sir?
You're
Sir,
about to
what
get
is
a
your
lawsuit.
name?
You have no
Sir.
legal right to ask me my name.
Sir, we got a call
or to
that
put
you're
your
looking
hands
through
on
people's
me.
vehicles. We got a call that you're looking through people's vehicles.
You're about to get a lawsuit.
All right, and you won't identify yourself, you wouldn't stop, and you're on
You have
private
no
property.
legal right to identify me.
We got a call that he was looking through people's vehicles, and he wouldn't stop.
This character saw me up on the hill exercising, going through the lot. He started his car. He was up there sleeping or reading or something. Follow me down
We got a call that he was looking through
and
people's
stop
cars.
me over here. I exercise here every day.
Okay. I'm
He
here
put
almost
his
every day,
hands
and
on me
I've never
with
seen
no legal reason.
that. We got a call that
I
you're
got it
looking
on
through people's
film.
cars.
Okay.
What's your name, officer?
You have an ID on you?
Officer
What-
Buchanan.
Look, he has no reason to ID me. No legal reason. You all about to get a huge lawsuit. I got him on camera assaulting me for no legal reason. What is your name again?
I have one Garfield unit up here.
Y'all gonna find out. You saw him assaulting when you walked up. Am I right?
I don't see doing anything.
Absolutely.
All right.
You did.
Sir, I just need your ID. So
You're
I can
about
ID
you
We got-
escalated this thing
Sir,
into
sir, we
No.
have.
We're not going backwards. You escalated it. We're not going back. This is a lawsuit now.
Okay. All right.
This is a lawsuit.
Sir, we got a call that you're.
and I'm
looking through
suing
people's
you
vehicles.
personally
We got a call
for
that
putting
you're
your
looking
hands
through
on me.
people's vehicles.
You didn't see me
We got a call.
look in anybody's vehicle.
we
What
got
did
a
you
call
see
that
me
you were
doing?
looking through people's vehicles.
Talk to them.
We got a
Tell
call
me
that
you
you're
saw
looking
me
through
not,
people's vehicles.
doing nothing illegal.
We got a call that you're looking.
I'm
through people's
dressed to exercise. I do this every day.
vehicles. 190.
Ask anybody, any of your staff. CCPD's got a big lawsuit now. You're
We got
gonna
a
pay
call
me.
that we were looking through people's vehicles. So
That's
I'm
no
responding to the
reason.
call. I'm
That's
responding to
no
the call.
reason for you to put your hands on me.
You wouldn't
and
identify. You wouldn't stop and
you
talk to
gave
You
me
wouldn't
no
identify yourself,
legal
and you're on
reason.
private property.
Name a legal reason.
1090, sir.
You should have thought this out before escalating it.
You can repeat your traffic. I'm on the line, sir.
Y'all got, yeah, get Garfield here. I'm staying here now. This is a police report, and you're liable. This is a police report now. It's all on film.
Hey, what happened? He's on
Nah, bruh, we're not going backwards from here. I'm sorry. Nothing personal against you.
Okay.
He should have never put his hands on me.
All right.
I have a legal right to defend myself when you do it. Either if that badge does not give you the right, it does not give you the right to put your hands on me.
I got a call that you're looking to
You questioned me about it. What did I say?
I have a
What
right
did
to
I
identify
say?
you too. When I'm
You don't
speaking
have
with
you.
You're on private property.
You don't have name the legal right that I have to identify, and I committed no
What's
crime.
your reason of being here?
And I've committed no crime. I've told
What's your
you
reason of being
several
here?
times.
Exercising.
I'm here
correct?
every day. Every day. I didn't have a problem until today. I've been doing this ever since the weather's been warm enough.
You're on clinic property.
That's your problem, and you got an even bigger problem, buddy, for putting your hands on me.
You have
All
no
right,
Cleveland
let's see if
Clinic
this
business.
stands up in court.
You have no Cleveland Clinic business.
Let's see
And
if
you're on
this
private
stands up in
property.
court. Continue to escalate it. I'm gonna wait till Garfield gets here. And I'm gonna file a police report. You got a lawsuit coming.
I'm making one anyway.
Absolutely. I know my rights.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing? You Garfield?
Please, yeah, I'm Garfield.
My name is Keith Golston.
Nice to meet you, sir.
You might know my mother's name.
Probably. Yeah.
They talk about Ernie there. She was the first black dispatcher ever, head dispatcher at Garfield Heights Police Department. I grew up here.
Okay.
I want to file a police report. I got this guy on film assaulting me without probable cause, grabbing me, trying to twist my arm behind my back, putting his hands on me. Whatever this officer's name is, I'm filing a police report on.
What's your name again?
I was doing nothing illegal. I do this every day.
Yeah, what's your name again so I can address you?
My name is Keith Golston.
Keith Golston. Okay.
I'm a resident here.
Yeah, you know what yes, you have a right to do what you need to do, but this is a clinic, which means it's private. So if they ask you to do something, you gotta listen to
No. Let's test that legally. If he can put his hands on me without probable cause, anywhere in the continental United States.
Yeah.
If he can put his hands on me, this is the issue. I answered his question.
Okay.
He didn't observe me doing anything but exercising. Where he observed me here. He didn't see me looking in any cars or doing something illegal. My point is this: he has no legal right, therefore, to put his hands on me or impede my progress, let alone ID me for a suspicion. Let's test that, and it's going to get tested legally.
Well, see, sir, this is a private.
I don't want to, bruh. It don't.
You can't even. You're not even supposed to be filming here,
bruh.
It's just like if I went to your house and you text me.
The security guard claims that Mr. Gostin is not allowed to film in the parking lot. This might be a violation of the First Amendment, where citizens, in regards to filming in a public space involving police officers, individuals generally have the right to record video or take photographs as long as they are lawfully present in that public space. Watch how the interaction ends.
Nah, this is you don't know what you're talking about, because he's claiming you don't. You don't know what you're talking about. He just claimed that this was private property.
It is private property.
Yeah.
Which means you have to do what they ask you to do.
No,
Yes,
I
you
do not.
Yes, you do.
I have to legally. I'm legally required. You're required legally to obey the law.
You can't use this as a gym.
Hey, look.
I understand what you're saying. I do.
That's why I said you don't know what you're talking about. I'm filing a lawsuit.
You cannot film.
No, I can do anything I want to do, man.
This is a private
Yes, I
property.
can.
You're not supposed to be filming here.
Stop me then.
Well, see, that's where you go wrong. You can't. If I went to your house and you asked me not to do
this
something,
is not my house.
Whatever.
We're outside
it doesn't matter.
in the public.
If it's your property, then you got a right.
Whatever his name is, I'm filing a lawsuit for assault and battery.
Hey.
I got it on film, brother.
Okay.
What's your name?
Lou.
Lou?
You can call me Lou.
Badge number?
27.
And your last name, Lou?
Young.
Young?
I can only give you one or either or. I can give you all the.
All right.
So these guys, they have a right to talk to you.
They don't have. He doesn't have a right to put his hands on me, bro. We were all right when we were talking.
I don't know what lead to that, but
I'll tell you
what
what.
lead to that? Why he?
I'll tell you what.
Do you know?
I can save you a lot of time.
Yeah.
I'm pressing charges. I want to file a police report.
For what?
He assaulted me. I got it on film.
How he assaulted you? That's
Absolutely.
what I'm asking you. How?
He grabbed my arm.
Yeah, they're allowed to do that because if you walk away from them,
bruh,
if he's asked you,
bruh, let's file the police report.
Well, these guys have the right to file a criminal trespass on you.
All
they
right.
can do that.
Well, they can do that.
Yeah, but
and I'm suing.
Okay.
How about that?
If you
let's see what stands up in court.
So if this guy,
bruh,
this officer asks you to leave and you don't leave, that's a crime because they're going to be criminal trespass.
He didn't ask me to leave.
It's a private.
He didn't ask me to leave.
Place,
You're making stuff up now.
I'm not. That's why I asked you.
Do you have a supervisor here?
Yeah, we do have.
Okay, let me file a report with your supervisor.
Okay, we're not filing a police report. There's no
call
crime.
your supervisor.
Yeah. If you want to, you can call the station.
Call your supervisor
call
here.
Station and
Mr. Golston.
Call your supervisor here.
Golston. Here's how we're going to do this. You just want him off the property? Yeah.
I was leaving the property when he assaulted me.
Okay. If you want to file a complaint, you can file a complaint with Cleveland Clinic Police Department.
No, I want to file a criminal complaint. You guys are the reporting officers.
No,
I want to file.
This is Cleveland Clinic.
Did he call you?
Yeah, they called us.
Y'all don't have no jurisdiction?
They are police department.
They're their own police department. So if
what kind of report are you guys going to file? You got to make a report.
We're not making a report.
No.
Y'all can just go anywhere you want to.
We don't have to make a report.
You can just make a report for.
If you want to file,
we'll find out about that.
Okay. If you want to file a complaint,
where's the supervisor for Cleveland Clinic Police
Right now
Department?
it's me, but my supervisor's at home.
What is his name?
Marcus Grandpa.
Marcus Grandpa, do you have a number for him?
That's my sergeant.
Sergeant Marcus Grandpa, do you have a number for him?
You can call my dispatch and you can...
Who is here today that besides you that I can make a report about this incident?
My partner, but
let's get him here.
He's not a supervisor. He's right here, right behind me.
What's your name, sir? We can talk now.
All right, what's going on, bro?
You heard what was going on?
Yeah, I heard what's going on.
Right.
All right. So do you want Marcus's number?
No, I want to get something legally on paper right now. This is all on film.
Do you want to write it down on a statement, or you may just write this down now? I'm gonna get your statements like that. Want me to go do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. You come with me.
Mr. Gostin went with another officer inside the facility to formally file a report related to this incident. Mr. Gostin, during the encounter, repeatedly stated that he would be filing a lawsuit, however. It is unclear if he did so.
He had something.
I ain't open no gun.
The door's unlocked, the car was so... No, he was right here. Watch him, go watch him. There it is. All right, that's what he had.
This is South Carolina Officer David Lance Duke, aged 40, who on July 26, 2021, was found transgressing on Clarence Gaillard, age 60, and his cousin Damari Julian. This took place when Duke was told about the presence of someone with a gun, and these two gentlemen were walking home in the same area. As Duke and the other officers advanced towards them, their firearms drawn, Duke instructed them to get down on the ground. However, due to his prior leg and hip injuries, Gaillard struggled to do so, and it wasn't quick enough to be to the officer's liking. It was during this delay that Officer Dukes resorted to stomping on Gaillard's head as he was in the process of lowering himself to the ground.
Hey, let me see your hands. Berg, get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground right here. Who, me? Get on the ground. You, burgundy shirt, get on the ground. Over here. On the ground. On the ground. Get on the ground. Do you not listen? Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. There's a gun behind me. There's a gun, I believe, behind me.
I ain't got no gun, nothing.
Put your hands behind your back. Is there a gun back there?
Ain't no gun.
By that truck.
No gun.
You're not listening, dude. Bro, you got a gun on you, man?
No, I ain't got no gun.
All right, I'm just
own
asking.
no gun. I own
Turn back over. Paul, do you watch him say? He had something.
I ain't own no gun.
The door's unlocked, it's not always so.
No, he was right here. Watch him. Go watch him. There it is.
I don't own no gun.
All right, that's what he had. All right, who's the complainant? All right, get him up.
Put your leg up.
25 city, got one tank.
Alright. Put your leg that way so you can stand up.
All right, listen, I'm about to help you. Hold on. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Yep.
Listen.
Yep, they slammed my head down on the cement. Yep.
Go back inside. Go back in the house. Go back in the house. Ain't nobody talking to you.
I got head drummer.
Go back in the house.
Yep. Y'all bust my head down. Yeah, I've been in an accident. Yep. Y'all bust my head down. You threw me down.
I sure did. You wasn't listening.
Yep. No, it ain't. You had to throw me down like that. I'm disability.
Okay.
I got head problem. Yep. You threw me down. Yep. You threw me down. You threw me down. Yep. You bust my head down on the cement. Yep. You bust my head.
All right, let me tell you what.
His forehead.
You bust my head down on the cement.
He was in front of the car when I came up. And he was walking like this. And I thought it was a gun at first. I said, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun. I had him at gunpoint. And he's over here doing something like this.
You slammed my head. You slammed my head.
What he was doing is putting this up behind the tire. So he comes over right here. He got his hands in his pockets. I'm telling him, let me see your hands, let me see your hands, let me see your hands.
Bust my head, then?
He wasn't listening.
No, it ain't.
He got like this right here,
You grabbed me.
and we went onto the ground.
You bust my head down
That's what
on the cement. You bust my
Yeah,
forehead.
your head did hit the cement.
Damn right, because you bust me down on the cement.
Where's the complainant?
You bust my head down on the cement.
Right here?
You bust my head. You bust my head.
Where's the complainant?
You bust my head down.
We're trying to get the name of the complainant.
You bust my head. You bust my head down on the cement. Ain't nobody had no gun. I live right there. Ain't nobody had no gun. I ain't got no warrants on me. I ain't got nothing to do.
Putting your change right in your pocket.
Damn right. You slam me, you slam my head down. Okay. Yeah.
What are we doing? I guess Sam was going to check him out.
There ain't nothing over here want to press charges on.
Who called?
I'm not sure.
Take him out of cuffs right now. I mean, because that's what we got.
You're going to have to use your force.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Slam my head down.
Dude, I didn't know what his intention was.
Use the force. You need to have a look at the camera.
All right. The officer did wrong. Slam my head down. Bust my forehead. Damn right. You gonna pay me for that shit too.
Mayor, I'm going to take that into evidence of what he had.
What?
Well, I mean, you know, that's the reasons I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from.
No gun or nothing.
because when he was behind the truck, I couldn't see what he was doing, and I didn't know where.
That ain't nothing there.
Where that went? If it was still in his pockets when he come around that car with his hands in his pockets.
His dogs on.
On camera.
Yeah, a dog
All right,
stick.
that's fine.
A dog stick.
So he can come out of cuffs?
Yes.
Take him out of handcuffs. Yeah, he can come out.
Oh, Lord.
Good, how are you? What's going on?
Officer slammed my forehead down in the cement.
Okay.
In the wrong side.
Did you lose consciousness?
Yeah. Listen.
Can I get a card from you?
I don't have one now. We don't have one. They don't give us cards.
Okay, what's your badge number?
1059.
Let me see if I can get my phone.
Hold on, we have cards.
I get ready.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Go to hospital?
Yeah.
All right. Just call me.
Brandon, he can get his stuff off the car.
Dude, please say badge number.
1059.
The second officer tried to cool the situation down and called the supervisor, who arrived on the scene soon after. Officer Duke lied about his actions and painted a different picture to try and deceive his senior officer. However, 2 days after the incident, Officer Duke was fired, arrested, and charged with first-degree assault and battery. The South Carolina city is also paying $650,000 in settlements to Mr. Galeyard.
I'm getting a cramp. You need to stay in the car. Let me stretch my cramp. Stay in the car. Let me stretch my cramp. Then you can have a seat on the ground.
This is Franklin Renalis, and on the 8th of September, 2023, he was pulled over by a cop from the St. Petersburg Police Department for having personalized plates. But what happened next was probably not what the cop expected.
Which one is it, paper?
No, the other one.
Hello. Do you have your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
For what?
Can I get your driver's license?
For what?
I'll explain it to you.
Well, why would I give it to you? I'm not driving.
You were
I'm parked.
driving. I just saw you.
I'm parked.
Can I get your driver's license?
So you're stopping me?
Can I get your driver's license?
I don't have it. You can have my ID number.
Sure. What's your name?
D3593928.
Franklin doesn't physically have his license, but he gives the cop his number, which would reveal all of the information that the cop is asking for.
What's your real name?
What do you mean?
What's your name? On your driver's license.
D3593928.
Is that your driver's license number?
Yes, it is. All my information will be on there.
What's your name?
Don't worry about her. She's a passenger.
Not hers, yours. What does it say on your driver's license?
Franklin Ornelas.
Okay, when's your birthday?
It should be on there.
When's your birthday?
It should be on there if you want to look it up.
Well, I need to know from you.
For what am I being pulled over for?
So your plate, that plate is not legal. You have to have the California plate.
What?
That's white and red. Okay? Do you have your registration, proof of insurance?
You have it?
Do you have your registration,
Shut up.
proof of insurance?
How is it not legal if we pay the DMV for it? What's the lady latest registration, I think, in here.
Do you have a current one?
That's the latest one.
Because this one
we have in
expired
here.
on April 23rd.
Okay, well, it's current.
Current, so you can go ahead and sign it.
It's not.
It's
4/22/23.
current. I wouldn't have tags if it wasn't current.
Well, do you have a current one?
Okay, so then is that a ticketable offense?
God.
Do you have your insurance?
Silly ass right here. She got mad. You work with feelings or you're law enforcement?
Is it on your phone?
Yes.
Okay, well, you look it up. I'll be right back.
Hurry up. So she's saying my plates are legal, that I have to have California.
Red and white. How the f is it not legal if we pay the DMV for them?
What an idiot.
When Franklin gets out to simply stretch, the cop gets slightly aggressive.
I'm getting a cramp.
You need to stay in the car.
Let me stretch my cramp.
Stay in the car.
Let me stretch my cramp.
Then you can have a seat on the ground. I'm not going to have you standing outside the car.
Hold on, man. Jesus Christ.
You need to have a seat.
Can you relax? I'm getting a cramp. I'm telling you, I'm not getting out for no reason.
You either have a seat in your car or have a seat on the curb over here. You cannot be standing outside your car. Okay, I got it. You got it? Right. So you're getting a ticket for not having the proper license plate on your car.
What's the real proper?
Insurance.
I have insurance.
And no proper registration.
I have them both.
Your registration is expired.
I have them both.
I need a current one.
So go get them in the car.
So this is without admitting guilt. I promise to appear in the time and place.
I'm not saying that because I have my insurance
Listen,
and my proof.
It says that you're not guilty.
It's fine, so rewrite it.
After hearing enough of the cop, Franklin asks for a supervisor.
If you don't sign it, you're going to go to jail.
So call me a supervisor.
Is he here now? Huh? He's now? Okay, cool. He's on his way.
All right, I'll wait.
If you don't sign it,
I'll wait for him to get here. We need to talk to the supervisor.
Okay.
All right. You're dismissed.
Eventually, the cop gets on call with the supervisor and things do not go the way she had hoped.
So everyone with personalized plates are illegal.
They are.
Everybody with personalized plates is illegal? Okay. There you go, guys. So if you have personalized plates, be careful.
He is refusing to sign the ticket.
I need to speak to a sergeant.
For having the wrong plate on his vehicle, for not providing insurance.
I have insurance and I have registration. I have them both when she walked away. When she walked away, she didn't get them. It's on my phone and I was looking for the current insurance. Stop lying. Stop lying. Don't be lying. You knew we were looking for it. You liar. Shouldn't be lying, man. I got it all on film. When you said, is that your insurance on your phone? Okay, is this your registration? Yeah, we're looking for the current. Okay, let me walk away. Now I'm gonna give you a citation for that? You're an idiot. Careful with this one right here. She's a lying bitch. Right here. There's a line. I don't give a fuck.
After getting off the phone with the supervisor, the cop's behavior completely changes.
Man, they see more stuff on the phone than when I have my mouth. What's the matter with you?
So first sergeant, he wants to give you a verbal warning.
All right, and what sergeant was that?
So here's the thing.
What sergeant was that?
Make sure you change your plate.
What sergeant was that?
Plate for the
What
car
sergeant was
is
that?
supposed to be the California
What sergeant
plate,
was
okay?
that?
And then your insurance,
What sergeant?
make sure you have it on your phone.
What sergeant was that?
And then try to get a
What sergeant was
current
that?
one of registration in your car.
I have them both
Here you
since
go.
you walked away.
Have a nice
What
day.
sergeant was that? Let me get a card with your guys' name and ID numbers before you leave. I'm requesting service. Is that her?
Is that who?
The puppy that you love. Oh, it's a cat?
That's not even my water
All right.
bottle.
Well, let me get a ID.
Have a good day.
Let me have a card. Let me have a card. Hurry up. You don't even have a seatbelt on? Damn, bitch.
After this encounter, Franklin went on to upload the video on his YouTube channel to raise awareness, but he did not mention anything about him filing a report against the cop.
Why don't you just stand back over there?
What are you guys doing?
Just stand back over there.
What are you guys doing?
We're stopping cars.
For what?
I don't know why we're stopping him, but he was the one that I just got here, okay?
You guys are emptying his fucking car out on the road.
Okay.
What the hell are you guys up to?
Just go stand back over there.
Don't you guys have something better to do, like patrol the goddamn street?
Go stand back over there.
This is Officer Matthew Thompson of the Nassau Police Department. On August 28, 2020, he was accompanied by Officer Matthew Jorgens while they were conducting a traffic stop in Crow Wing County, Minnesota, when the mayor of the town of Nassau, Mr. Frederick Heidman, showed up on the scene. Watch how the interaction goes.
So what, you guys just had a little bit of weed in there, or what?
Huh? Yeah.
Just a little bit of weed. Yeah.
Are you guys on probation?
What's up?
We're just looking at this guy over here.
Oh.
Have a smile. A good smile.
Yeah. Everybody wants to see a piece of the action, right? Yeah.
Anything exciting on anything?
Oh, I just added them in.
Probation or warrants? Or...
Haven't seen anything yet. But you got the mayor over here. You got our mayor over here gawking at us.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you guys coming from?
Everybody has a cabin like 25 minutes north of here.
Okay.
You guys can hop back in the car.
Yeah.
All right.
You want to just stand back over there?
What are you guys doing?
Just stand back over there.
What are you guys doing?
We're stopping cars.
For what?
I don't know why we're stopping him, but he was the one that I just got here, okay?
You guys are emptying his fucking car out on the road.
Okay.
What the hell are you guys up to?
Just go stand back over there.
Don't you guys have something better to do, like patrol the goddamn street?
Go stand back over there.
You know what?
This isn't safe for you.
I'm the mayor of this town, and you guys get the hell off the highway out here.
Talk to our TZD coordinator if you don't like what we're doing. This is what we're doing tonight, okay?
You guys.
All right.
Just go stand back over there. Go stand back over there.
Go do your jobs. You're not drug people. You're not even qualified to be pulling people over for this.
Okay, well you didn't even know that, so go stand back over there. You can videotape all you want. Just go stand back over where it's safe, okay?
You're not in a safe area. I've almost got...
Oh, don't tell me. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
And now your dog's loose.
Yeah, well, if you guys wouldn't be pulling people over, I wouldn't be out here.
Officer Thompson asked the mayor to step aside while he can continue filming the traffic stop, keeping his rights to film the law enforcement officer that has been granted to the citizens under the First Amendment.
You guys are a fucking disgrace. You think up in this area we'd have some decent cops? You're as bad as the fucking dinks down in Minneapolis.
All right,
whatever you say.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Once the mayor returns to the scene despite Officer Thompson's orders, Officer Thompson arrests and handcuffs him allegedly for distracting and hindering their traffic stop and investigation. Officer Thompson says that he would be charging Mr. Heidman with obstruction and disorderly conduct.
So when the other guy approached the car, he let her out of the car and walked to the car. He sat here, waited at the door, and literally grabbed me by my hands and patted me down and let them all walk away, and asked if there's a reason he did that. And he said, that's just what I do. But let them all just go. I just wanted to let someone else know. That's why I felt I was sitting there with my hands out. I felt really uncomfortable, and that's why I wanted to say something to someone. So I know that his partner or whatever the deal is, but I just thought I'd tell someone.
All right.
I appreciate it, man.
Sounds good. Yep, no problem. 406, 100, can you set us in the car?
Now. This is going to be fun, guys.
Yep.
You're going to have to explain why you're arresting the mayor for wanting to talk to us.
Just because you're the mayor, it doesn't give you the right to disobey a direct law enforcement order. You're impeding my investigation. Now you can go to jail.
I don't want to see that, though.
He's had about 5 warnings.
I've had no warnings.
Move along.
Yes, you have. We've told you many times.
You've never told me.
We both told you.
Properly gap these cuffs for the trip to the jail.
That's fine.
Stay like that.
406, 100, we're 10-4. We got one custody.
You guys have never warned me. Don't.
Yes, we did.
When? Tell me when.
The first time. What do you mean? The first time you came up here, you started talking to us with your cell phone in hand. We told you many times, get out of the way. We told you you could videotape us from a safe spot, and you never moved. All right? And then you come back here, and then you do it again.
You guys are just creating more problems. You're going to be in the paper. You're going to be the ass cops, just like all over the big city.
All right.
You guys are just being silly.
Just stay right here.
You guys just really don't even understand what you're doing, do you? Just like in all the other towns. You think you're somebody special, you're not. You're not at all.
We told you many times.
You didn't tell me many times. You're so full of crap. Hey, be nice.
Stop pulling away and stop resisting.
You're the one pulling.
Question for you. Have you had anything to drink today?
Nope.
When's the last time you drank?
Long time.
Long time?
Yeah.
Like when? Like earlier today or?
A week or two ago.
A week or two ago was the last time you drank? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you haven't had anything to drink or anything like that? Okay. Sounds good. So if I ran you through a field sobriety test, you would pass?
I don't care.
Okay.
Actually, what I would let's just go do a blood test.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm not just going to go straight down to do a blood test if I don't have any tests or any reason to, so.
Well, that's the most accurate, so let's do that. Because for the record, I want to prove that there's no alcohol in the system.
Okay.
Okay, so
well, if you know there's no alcohol in your system, then...
Well, let's go then. It's all part of the record.
Mr. Heidman was initially charged with obstruction and disorderly conduct. The obstruction charge was later dismissed, but he was found guilty of disorderly conduct by the court and ordered to pay a $285 fine. Heidman has appealed his conviction, but the status of the proceedings is unknown. In a statement issued afterward, he expressed concern about officers searching the personal belongings of the suspects involved in the traffic stop, stating that it left a negative impression on passing tourists.
I've only been here for about 15 minutes.
Right. We had officers that drove by and saw you pulling out of here, walking out of here, and said that you were recording them as they left.
I did.
Yeah, and that's an issue. Why are we doing that?
This is Officer Hinz, who stopped John Mitchell, the owner of the constitutional audit YouTube channel Rowdy Podcast, while he was filming outside St. Louis Park Police Department, Minnesota. Officer Hinz asked John to show his ID, which he respectfully denied as he wasn't doing anything illegal or anything requiring him to show ID. However, Officer Hinz didn't back down and told him that his supervisor would ask for the same. Little did Officer Hinz know things were not about to go his way.
Hello.
What's going on?
Not much, just walking around.
Videotaping the police department's not a good idea.
Why? You guys are friendly people.
We are, but why are we doing this?
Why wouldn't we?
Because it's a security issue for us.
Is it?
It is.
I don't think so.
It is.
It's public property.
It is public property, but when you start recording our perimeter and our gates and what our activities are, it's a concern to us.
I've only been here for about 15 minutes.
Right. We had officers that drove by and saw you pulling out of here, walking out of here, and said that you were recording them as they left.
I did.
Yeah, and that's an issue. Why are we doing that?
I don't have to have a reason.
You don't have a reason?
I don't have to have one.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license I can see?
I don't.
What is your name?
I'm not going to give that to you.
You're not going to give it to me?
No. Why would I give it to you? I haven't done anything wrong.
Well, you're recording our property, you're recording our building.
Sure.
And it's a security issue for us.
Am I being detained?
You are.
Okay.
Until I can get you identified.
And what's your reasonable,
because I want to make sure that you're not
suspicion?
doing something that's a problem for our law enforcement community.
So in order to detain somebody, you have to have a law that you're investigating, correct? So what law do you suspect me of breaking?
Are you looking to create a problem here for us?
No, not at all. I'm being polite and cordial.
I'm being polite and cordial too, so I'm asking for your name and date of birth so we can identify you.
I don't need to.
And be on our way.
Why would I need to identify myself?
Because I'm asking you to identify yourself.
What's your name and badge number?
My name is Todd Hines. My badge number is 200.
Okay. Your name and badge number?
We're recording you just like you're recording us.
Yeah, like 216. Okay, good.
So.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'd like to be on my way to go. I mean, you have to have
so are
reasonable...
you refusing to identify yourself?
Well, there's no need to.
3916. Can we get?
Are you a supervisor? Okay. You just called for a supervisor?
I did.
Very good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you bet.
I don't have any ill will. I'm not here to hurt anybody.
So
I'm
what's
not
the problem
armed.
with identifying yourself?
I don't need to.
You don't need to?
No, it's my right to not.
Oh, so you're looking to create problems is what you're doing?
No, you're just accusing me of that.
Absolutely, because you're refusing to identify yourself.
That's not against the law.
It's obstructing legal process if we have a reason to ask you.
What's your reason? I've asked you
identify you. I just told you.
No, but I asked you.
You're recording our property.
I have to identify myself. Correct, and I have to identify myself.
Yourself.
If you have a reasonable, articulable suspicion, and what is that?
You're looking to create problems. Is what you're doing.
Is that what I'm doing? By just filming and exercising my First Amendment rights?
That is my opinion. Yes.
Okay. Well, the good thing is the law doesn't go off your opinion.
But it does when you're obstructing our requests.
You can't. You can request, right? But it's not a lawful order.
It is a lawful order at this point.
And
as soon as my sergeant gets up here, he's going to tell you the same thing.
Okay.
Okay. But you're not free to leave. You are correct.
I'm not going anywhere. No, I'm not gonna. You know, I'm not like that.
All right. Well, that's fine. So what's the problem with identifying yourself?
I just don't.
You don't have to.
I just don't need to.
You don't need to.
Yeah, I haven't broken any laws, and you just said you.
Nope, nobody said you broke any laws. I just said that your activity is suspicious to us.
Okay, and is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
Listen, it's a concern for our safety and our welfare.
And I'm not here to do any ill will. I've told you that.
We don't know that.
I've told you that.
You could be, who knows?
Well, sure, but I mean, anyone going by here. Do you think I would be out in the open,
not all
just
recording
in the
our
middle of
activities.
daylight?
You're not recording our activities.
It's the middle of the daylight. I'm not hiding anything. I've literally hid nothing.
Believe me, people commit crimes in the middle of the daylight too.
Fair enough. Well, like I said, you're not accusing me of anything, which I get, and I appreciate you saying that. But that even more so just says that I don't have to identify myself. It's my First Amendment to film public officials doing what they do.
We'll see what the sergeant has to say here when he gets here.
Yeah, but I won't video you. No, you're good. How do you get the sweet car?
This gentleman's got a First Amendment right, he says, to videotape our activities around the police department, and he's refusing to identify himself so that we know who we're dealing with.
Okay, you don't want to identify yourself?
Well, I don't need to. He said he doesn't suspect me of a crime or anything, and I'm just
asking.
No, but no, sir, I don't.
Just asking. Okay, we're good. Let's go.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
My name's John, by the way. Thanks. Take care, guys.
Cooperation, America.
What's that?
Thanks for your cooperation.
Sergeant, what was your name and badge number?
Sergeant Dana, badge number 239.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
Officer Hinz was sure that the sergeant would agree with him and would support his claim, but when Sergeant Dana arrived, the situation turned around completely. Sergeant Dana quickly understood the situation and swiftly handled it. He shut down Officer Hinz and confirmed that Mr. John doesn't want to identify himself before taking Officer Hinz away from the scene to end the matter. Mr. John was left to continue filming at the area, which of course he had the right to do, since it was public property and not private. A lot of these corrupt cops definitely got what they deserve. From making unlawful demands to abusing their power, corrupt cop cases appear regularly, but unfortunately, not all get dealt with. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.